All right, in number 6, two boats leave from the same port at 1 p.m. The larger one travels west at 12 miles per hour, and the smaller one travels south at 3.5 miles per hour. So how fast is the distance between the boats changing at 3 p.m.? So for our drawing here, we're leaving the same port. One travels west, and the other travels south. And we want to know how fast is the distance between the boats changing. So we're going to have the distance between the boats right there. So we really get a right triangle here. And I'm just going to call this A, and this B, and this is going to be C. And that's our general diagram. So let's deal with our rates. So we know that the one traveling west is 12 miles per hour. So what that means is dA over dt is going to equal 12. And the one traveling south is 3.5 miles per hour. So dB over dt has to equal 3.5. We want to know how fast is the distance between them changing, and that's going to be dC over dt. And we want to know this at 3 p.m. So what we could do is find a couple things here. So A at 3 p.m. will be, let's see, so time from 1 to 3 is 2 hours. And if you're going 12 miles an hour, it's going to be 2 times 12, or 24. So when A is 24. And then B here is 3.5 miles per hour for 2 hours. So 2 times 3.5, and that's going to be 7. All right, next, let's go ahead and come up with an equation. And the equation is going to need to have A, B, and C in it. So for a right triangle, what we can do is use the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus B squared equals C squared. And now let's go ahead and derive this. So we're going to have the derivative with respect to t of a squared plus the derivative with respect to t of b squared, and that's going to equal the derivative with respect to t of c squared. So using our implicit differentiation and the chain rule, we get 2a times d over dt plus 2b times db over dt equals 2c times dc over dt. Now we can go ahead and substitute. So we've already determined that after 2 hours, A was going to be 24. So we'll have 2 times 24. And that's traveling 12 miles an hour, so dA over dt is 12. And then we also determined that B was 7 miles, and dB dt is going to be 3.5. And that's going to equal 2 times C. Well, we can also find C at 2 hours, because we know that a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So C is going to be the square root of 24 squared plus 7 squared. So in this case, it is going to be 25. So you could have remembered the Pythagorean triple, or just used the Pythagorean theorem. At any rate, at 3 o'clock, C equals 25 miles. And this is going to be times dC over dt. And that is what we're looking for. And when we go ahead and solve for dC over dt, we're going to get 12.5 miles per hour.